Jesus often used parables to make his point because his point was so much larger than some quick little rule he could quote. He wanted you to think about it and go deeper, and that's how the Hebrew mind thought. Sometimes stories make us ask better questions, and better questions sometimes increase our understanding and help us get closer and closer to God, and maybe understand a little more the things of God that are so far beyond us. I had just such I have just such an example for you today. Jackie Bledsoe did a devotional on YouVersion during Holy Week that made me rethink something that I was taught as a child. I grew up singing a lot of praise songs when they were new things. In 1969, there was a song called What's God Like? And in it, one of the verses that Ralph Carmichael and Kirk Heiser wrote was a line that said, or verse that said, when I saw God, he was a vending machine. You drop in a coin and he makes a scene. You push the right button and what have you got? Instant first aid, right on the spot. Well, the whole point of that song was that God is so much more than that God does sometimes give us things that we couldn't have gotten without him, but he's not just something to assume that he's always going to meet your needs, because God is greater. God is love. God is light. God is faithful to us day and night. He's eternal. He doesn't change. He's always so powerful that he's the one who created the mountain ranges. So I grew up for a long time and much of my ministry saying, God is not like a vending machine. I think I misspoke. I think what would have been better is to say, God is so much more than a vending machine. Because if you put your money into a vending machine, it only works if that vending machine has your favorite snack or what you're hoping to get. Have you ever been to a place where you went to a vending machine and you go, I'm really hungry for a Snickers bar, and the only things in there were drinks, or the only things in the vending machine were like potato chips or nuts or things like that? You can only get what's available in the machine. Well, God's kind of like that. He says, I'm not going to give you whatever you want. I'm going to give you all of the things I have stored up for you if you will receive them. So if just like if you wanted your favorite snack from a vending machine that didn't have it, no amount of money, no amount of banging on it is going to get you what's not there. So if your heart desires line up with those who stocked the machine, then you get what you want. That's how God answers prayer. He stocks the machine with everything good and wonderful, and he even gives you a prepaid card. So if you don't have the funds to do what you need to do, or you don't have the things that you need to do, but you know it's what God is calling you to, God is going to provide. He has provided for us miraculously through COVID. And some of you who know our finances go, we're not bringing in enough money. And on a regular basis, that's true. But you know what is true? God has provided through years of that, saying, I'm going to just make sure you have this little extra here and a little extra here. And we've been able to do things like get grants to get the owls up. And we've been able to do things like get the roof repaired, all at a time when our giving has not been up. So God is not your personal vending machine that's going to give you whatever you want. But now I want you to hear these verses in 1 John. He says in verse 14, verse 5 of 1 John, chapter 5 of 1 John, verse 14, but we have the utmost confidence that when we pray, he hears us. If he hears us and he loves us and he wants what's best for us, the word in Hebrew for hear is also to obey. It's to meet the need. So God will meet the need of whatever you need, which helps us understand the second part of that. Verse 15 says, and if we know that he hears us, whatever we ask, we know that we have what we asked of him. Now that assumes that we're asking it in his favor, in his name. If we don't, then we might be surprised how that doesn't work out for us. But don't let that shake your faith. Let it shake your trust in yourself, not in God. So God is kind of like a vending machine in that he is so much more. He has everything stocked that is good and helpful for you, but refuses to put in all the junk that you might ask for yourself. So your challenge this week is to take the time and look inside his will. And how do you find that out? You pray, you read his word, you spend time with discipleship with other people and see what's in there. I can tell you some of the things you're going to find: love, joy, peace, perfect peace, peace that passes understanding, hope. You're going to find faithfulness. You're going to find purity. You're going to find love. You're going to find life. You're going to find light. You're going to find power. You're going to find wisdom if you ask. You're going to find salvation. You're going to find kindness and forgiveness, not just for yourself, but your forgiveness for others. If you look deeply enough, you'll find all of those things. And then I want you to pray boldly in what you find in his word, because remember, verse 15 promises that if you ask anything in his name, in his word, with his name on it, then you will receive it. And that's my encouragement to you today.